What's up, everybody? Afro Joe here with my homegirl Sadistic.
Hey, what up?
Now, this picture that you see in front of you is Jasmine Richardson, and and her boyfriend. I don't know. He's got a fucked up name, so I ain't gonna try to say his last name. But the story goes about about these lovebirds. These lovebirds that this is back in '06. '06. It's like 6 years ago. And at the time, she was 12. No, 6 years ago. Hold on. I think she was 12. 12 or 13, something like that. And her boyfriend was 23. 23. This is in Canada now. And it's kind of fucked up how this shit goes because how this story goes because this girl, Jasmine, was loving it, met him on a site called vampirefreak.com.
Hmm.
Like y'all probably heard about it in but it Heather the vampire. Like I think she says it on the show, on the video. Freak. It happened in '06 now. And I'm sorry about like if y'all hate the TV, I'm sorry, but he was dating a third a minor. Now come on now. I don't know how the laws work up in Canada, but down here it's damn sure would sit there and tell you like it is that dating somebody under the age of 18 is against the law. That's statutory rape in a way. That's how they see it. But her parents didn't want her to date this guy. He said he went around saying that he was a 300-year-old werewolf. Okay, dumbass motherfucker.
Oh,
And it's kind of fucked up. It says her friends has punished this girl for dating. No, her friends tell people that the parents punished this girl for dating that guy, and it was against the law for him to date her because she's underage and he's overage. So they they met online. They met online. They actually seen each other in person. And what happened was they went on another site and took down her account because of this, and she made a new one. They still talk. I couldn't figure, and they still loved each other. They still, and I couldn't figure none of this shit out. Like they still, like he's 23, and the main thing about it is like her parents knew that she was fucking around with a 23-year-old. Why ain't none of these? Why didn't the parents put a restraining order out on them? Have post something. The guy's name, the boyfriend's Jeremy Allen. His first and middle name, but I don't know his last name is something fucked up. Stinking, something like that. And the girl was 12 at the time. Yeah, I was right, 12. And what happened was they both loved this movie that was done back in '94 called Natural Born Killer, where these two young couples went on a killing spree around the countryside, killing people. So they thought that would be the best thing to do since they were so in love was to kill her parents. And got one of his friends involved. Got one of his friends involved. And I couldn't figure out. I'm sitting up here reading this, finding this shit out. And I'm sitting where, where was the justice in this, man? Why didn't the police already had this fucker on file, restraining order, and all this shit? Cause right, cause where I'm from is like for me, it's like this. If I'm going, if I gotta 12-year-old daughter just shacked up with a 23-year-old. First thing I would have did was restraining order. Three. He can't come in 3 states near my child. I would have had that shit renewed every time it was about to expire, so he would come nowhere near my daughter. Had it on file where he kept coming to see my daughter. Make sure that the police was watching his ass, where he can have a ankle braces put it on his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, put an ankle bracelet put on his ass. And it's fucked up that this girl and this girl and this guy killed killed Jasmine Richardson's parents, and their bodies are laying in the basement, and killed her 8-year-old brother that was upstairs. And this James Allen guy friend drove the getaway car. And the reason why they did it is because they wanted to be together. They wanted to be together. So they wanted to be together. Later that day, they was charged. They found them. Later that day, they got rid of the evidence. And they was charged of killing the 3 people in the house. Jasmine Richardson's had 10 years, 10-year sentence for murder, first degree murder, because the laws up there are so different. Because she was underage, they couldn't charge her with the crime, so they gave her 10 years in a sentence, like in jail or something, or juvenile hall. And the girl found guilty of 3 counts of first degree murder killing on November 8, 2007. She was sentenced to the maximum plea for 10 years imprisonment. Her sentence includes credit for 18 months already spent in the custody, to be followed by 4 years in psychiatric uh, facilities, and 4.5 years under the supervision of the committee or whatever. On December 15, 2008, her boyfriend was sentenced to 3 life sentences on each 3 counts of first degree murder. The sentences are to be served. Like, he's in a jail, and he will be paroled after 25 years. And on September 11th, the girl is now a freshman at the university, at a college, who is in the final year of her sentence. She will be free of 1 year after graduation in 2015. That's 3 years from now. The Richardson's daughter is believed to be the youngest person ever convicted of multiple murders in Canada. The boyfriend admitted to the murder of the parents in the uh, conviction with the underage police officer while in custody. He admitted to an underage cop. The accessory to the murder charge against their friend was dropped because they didn't have nothing on her. Plus, she pled guilty, and she's been charged, but she only got convicted of. The only thing they gave her was a house arrest for a year, and was ordered to refrain from drugs and alcohol. So basically, the boyfriend's got 3 life sentences in prison. The girl got 10 years in the institute in custody, and plus 10 years in custody, 4 years in the fucking institute, and has been supervised, and she will be out free in 2015. The friend that was actually was accessory got got a house. Hold on, got got on house arrest and refrained from drugs and alcohol. Hold on, like to me down here where we are in the U.S. of motherfucking A, if you are an accessory to murder, you go to prison because you was accessory. Like where we're from, that girl, if her boyfriend and the accessory killed her parents, killed her parents, all three of them would do life sentences in the penitentiary. Well, the 12-year-old will be in a what is it, juvenile jail cell because she's 12. She will be moved. She'll be moved from the juvenile after she hit 18, and she'll be put into prison. But see, this is where y'all need to take. Man, you got anything? I mean, sadistic. You got anything to say on this? Cause this is some shit.
Not really. I mean, it was stupid and immature. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, yeah, I was of age. I was 18 years old, and I became involved with a 25-year-old when I was 18. And my mother, even though I was of age, mind you, my mother was like, no, you were not getting with this guy. And I was like, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
And I ran away. I didn't murder my parents. I simply just fucking ran away. And they did call the cops on me, and the cops were like, there's nothing that we can do because she's 18, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm 25, and I look back and I'm like, wow, I was fucking stupid.
Yeah. See, it's like this, man. I like watching the movie Natural Born Killer, but I don't want to sit there and kill nobody. But they took the reference, like they took that whole movie and thought, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna murder your parents, and we just gonna go all over the countryside just murdering people. Like,
Because they murdered that girl's parents. Because that the dad was like molesting her
yeah,
and shit and beating the crap out of her and whoever. But they did not kill her little brother. She had a little brother in that movie. They didn't kill him.
yeah. But they didn't have, like, one thing is, man, they did not have to kill the parents or that little boy.
Well, they did. I mean, they're fucking. I don't know. I
But,
honestly, I don't know.
uh,
It's like like how they blame Marilyn Manson for the Columbine shit. It wasn't Marilyn Manson's fault.
yeah. This is today's world. This is what's going on. The kids today are the murderers. They get younger and younger by the year, man. It's getting to a point that a 9-year old will walk up in school and shoot his friend, and it happened. It happened. There's been 9-year olds. There's been stories about 9-year olds shooting, stabbing their classmates, and shit. And these kids getting so much trouble with that shit, and the law sit up there and say, "Oh, we can't do nothing." But I remember there was a story. I remember there was a story. It's about like this kid had to be 10 or 12 years old at the time. I was watching wrestling. I was in middle school. I love watching wrestling, and I always watched WWE because that was my shit. And it was back when Stone Cold was wrestling and The Rock was wrestling. Mankind, Mick Foley was wrestling.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah, it was back in them times.
but it
Yeah,
was worth watching.
yeah, it was worth the watching. And this kid, like I said, the kid had to be 10 to 12 years old. And he was watching wrestling with this 2-year old neighbor. This little girl was 2 years old. He did a wrestling move. off this little girl, killing her instantly.
Oh, I remember.
The boy has been sentenced to life without parole. He spent his teen years in a juvenile hall correctional facility.
By being a dumbass.
Being a dumbass doing a wrestling move off a little girl, and he spent the rest of the time. When he hit 18, he went to prison, and it's fucked up how this 12-year-old got life in prison with no fucking parole. But when it, Canada, they should have like like some of the shit that happened down here. I think they should have took a lesson. Should have put a page out of the American book and actually punished the people. Don't have
I'm
no.
not, I'm not being mean, but I don't think Canadian people are that intelligent, or they just don't care.
Yeah. See, they got free health care up there, man. Plus, you,
No offense, Canadian people. Don't fucking come at me with some
yeah,
stuff that you
yeah. No offense to y'all. That's what she's saying, but
Well, I mean, England's like that too. I mean, well, there you can like you can be like what, like 16 years old and date older guys.
yeah,
Their laws are different.
yeah. And it's funny, like I question this shit all the time. What was it? I questioned the law. Questioning the law. It's like, if they got a law that says anybody over the age of 18 or 21 should not be have not, shouldn't be dating a child under the age of 18 because they're considered as a minor. They got a law against. They got a law like that. That anybody that's over 18 could not fuck around with a minor. That means if you do, you go to fucking jail for it. But in some states in the U.S., there are laws where 40, like if you're 40, like there's laws in some states where a 40-year-old can date a 15-year-old and marry her. Like what was that actor's name, Doug Hutchinson?
Yeah.
43 years old, married to a 17-year-old in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mhm.
It's like, come on, USA, you need to wake the hell up. You need to start. It's like, you know what? We're gonna ban them underage marriage laws in every state. On all the states that had these laws. Because one thing is, don't make a law, then don't make one law, then have some states overturn it. Oh yeah, she's 12. You can marry this 55-year-old man. Yeah, it fucks up a lot of shit, man. And my homegirl sadistic is right. Something is definitely wrong with y'all Canadians if y'all won't punish this girl for killing her parents too. It's like it's like y'all just smack the shit out of her hand and say, you know what? This is your first warning. You got time out. No, no, no. She should have got some fucking jail time. She should have got some prison time. Don't smack her on her hand and say, well, you going to time out. No, you better put this bitch in the fucking penitentiary. Let a damn 12-year-old. I'm gonna tell you this story because it's true. This 16-year-old girl was riding with a few people. The oldest person was 18 years old. He was driving a getaway car. And she was riding with the 17-year-old and the 16-year-old. No, she was riding. She was riding with the. She was, yeah, something like that. 17-year-old and eight. It's like two people that she went in with. I know one was 17, the other was in his teens too. And she was 16 years old. They went off into this store, robbed the place, and she shot the store clerk as she's walking around the streets. That shit ain't right. No, well, I think she got jail time too for murder. And I just can't understand why how can like I can't understand why Canada couldn't punish this girl after she murdered her parents, but hey, we could punish our kids for murder. There's been kids killing every day, and they gotta spend the rest of their lives in a fucking penitentiary because of murder. And y'all fucking Canadians smack these fuckers. Let a damn 9-year old kill somebody up there. Y'all go smack him on his damn wrist and say go on about your business. But down here, if he pull that shit, you know what? You get life in prison with no fucking parole. That boy, I don't get it, man. Don't bullshit. You know, and you if people from Canada watch this video, don't think we the worst fucking country in the world. Because there's countries much worse than us. Y'all sitting there and say, oh, the USA love to punish their kids. There's fucking countries where they'll chop off hands and feet. A buddy of mine showed me a video from not WikiLeaks but Live Leaks, and this is from overseas in Iraq and Iran and Pakistan and all this shit, where a child got a B on his test. So what the parents did was tie the boy up in rope and hung him from the ceiling. The father and the uncle took turns beating the shit out of this kid, hanging
I
from.
hate him.
Yeah, they
Like a pinata.
yeah they beat the shit out of him because he got a B on his test.
Oh my lord.
A woman was arrested for taping her child. She was young. For, for taping her child to the wall.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny way, but it's fucked
Taped
up.
her child to the wall. Why?
I don't know because she was getting tired of her child. The child was like 3 years old,
Oh my god.
like 2 or 3 years old, wearing Pampers. She taped she taped
I'm
the child
sorry.
she taped the child to the wall, and taped the sippy cup out of reach on the same.
Oh, now that's fucked up.
Yeah, I did one. What was it? I did a video about a woman that gave birth to twin sons.
Oh.
The girl was like 17 or 18. After she gave birth, she killed her babies and hid the babies in a dirty clothes basket.
What?
The girl was still in the house, and her dad found the dead bodies of the twin boys. And like, this is rich fun. You know, they live in the suburbs, they can get away with anything. And she got arrested for it, but they said, oh, she took the wrong medicine. She's bipolar. That girl sitting up there walking around, she bipolar. I think she got convicted of this shit too. It never fails, man. I'm seeing, like, I can tell you another story. 4 kids sitting outside, or staying outside. It was like yeah, back in probably 2011, 2010. 4 teenage boys, 14, 13, no, I think it was like 14, 15, 16, was standing outside on this one street that's well known for something else. But this dude was riding this country dude. He was trying to be a country music star. Just came into Nashville, and he had his mother and his sister with him. Sister sitting in the back, mother sitting in the front seat. And he got out. He said, "I'm gonna stop here and ask for directions." He got out of his car, walked up, and said, "Hey fellas, it's like y'all know how to get in such and such." They didn't rob him. They didn't rob his family members. They shot this man dead in front of his mother and sister. The and it was kind of fucked up. And the kids ran off, all 4 of them. and they found one of them. The boy wouldn't speak. The boy wouldn't tell them who else was there because he wasn't gonna snitch. And the boy is spending life in prison with no parole because he would not tell who else was there. His life is gone. And like I said, man, when it comes across with kids doing shit like that, I think they should get punished for what they did. Because how do you know they don't learn their lesson if you don't punish them? If the parents can't spank them or punish them and all like that, you can't sit there. Well, you can blame the parents. Oh, it's like, oh, it's the parents. You can blame the parents. You can blame half the blame on them. But it's the fucking government. It's the fucking justice system that's to blame. Just to blame because y'all know just as well that a parent can't whip their kids because there's the child abuse law. What the fuck they supposed to do? Half the parents getting arrested because some of the shit. How you punish it? How do you punish a child after committing murder? How can a parent punish a child for committing murder? A parent can't, but the justice system can. And the parents always ask, where did I went wrong? Motherfucker, if you spend more time with your kids than at the fucking club, maybe your kids won't come out fucked up. Instead of screaming at them, why don't you talk to them?
Mhm.
That damn club and that alcohol and that weed can wait, but your
And
kids
the internet.
and the internet can wait. The game system too can wait. It's time for you to be a parent. See, it's like this. It's like this with me. If you're a parent, don't have internet in your house.
I had internet and I didn't think I was a child.
Like for real, man. That's what I think people supposed. That's what I think people should do. I think if you got a child, get rid of your cable, your TV, get rid of your internet, get rid of a lap, all that shit. Because one thing is, those are the two main problems the kids get fucked themselves over with.
I never had problems. Now my ex-husband did, but I didn't.
What? No, I mean like kids getting on the internet and they chatting.
Oh, I thought you meant the parents.
Yeah, parents too. They
That's
get
what I meant with the internet shit.
yeah, parents too.
Be a parent, sometimes a child, and they
Yeah,
won't be doing ridiculous
yeah.
bullshit.
And be cautious on what your kids do, man. Like when they get on the internet, be cautious what site they go on. Like for one thing is I hate when kids get on Facebook, them social networking sites because they really don't need to get on it because it causes too much problem. Committing suicide, cyberbullying and shit.
Hmm.
The movies they watch today, they want to mimic everything that's in a movie. Like for real though, when I was a kid, man, I never want to mimic none of the shit. I grew up watching New Jack City and True Lies and Total Recall and Under Siege and the Mommy Men in Black, all that shit back in the '90s. But I never want to go out killing nobody. Same with the video games. The video games are getting to a point where it's gotten bad, where the kids are copying everything out of a video games.
Hmm.
Final Fantasy. What was a big deal? What was that big deal back in the day? What was it? Grand Theft Auto, the biggest motherfucking pain in the ass game that ever came out. It could be a kick ass game. It could be
World of
fun.
Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft and all that shit. Because when Grand Theft Auto came out, it was so violent. I think they did an episode of Law and Order SVU where they was playing a game. It was not a video game. It was a computer game, PC game, just like Grand Theft Auto. Three kids went out committing murders in that episode. But when Grand Theft Auto was out, the first Grand Theft Auto came out on PS2. Several kids has committed murder because of the game. 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. An 18-year-old kid walked up, grabbed a policeman's gun, shot him with his own gun, and died on the scene. Now that 18-year-old is serving life in prison. It's all about how you raise your child. Like they put that, what is that, the little rating shit on them damn games and movies
Mhm.
because of how much violence and how much cussing and how much sex in it. Like you gotta remember, man, if you gotta, like, I can understand you buying that game for an 18-year-old, but when they're under the age of 18, hell to no, you don't buy no 13-year-old Call of Duty. You don't buy a damn 9-year-old Grand Theft Auto. You don't buy no 8-year-old. What's them other games?
Mhm. I
Black
know.
Black Ops and Tom Clancy and shit like that. Because they gonna pick up on it and they gonna start putting that shit in the real world. Because right when they under the age of, when they not even in their teens, they don't know from reality to fantasy. See, back when I, yeah, cause back when I was a kid, man, we was little. We had Sega, Nintendo, we had Sonic, we had Super Mario Brothers, and not now one of my generation ever painted themselves blue, put on red shoes, and thought they could be a blue ass hedgehog that can run like a motherfucker. No kid never ever put on blue overalls, put on a red shirt wearing white gloves, put a fake mustache on, put a red hat on with the M on it, and start running around jumping on turtles, spitting fireballs at their mouth, and shit. Like y'all some. I can say this. Y'all some punk ass parents. Y'all the pussy ass parents. I can say that because I ain't got no fucking kids. Canada, y'all need to grow the fuck up, man. Do your fucking job, man. Cause y'all, if y'all keep on letting this shit slide, man, y'all gonna have a bunch of teenagers trying to move up to Canada to commit crimes and do what the fuck they want. It's bad enough y'all got the laws where you can be 18 and drink up there, but when it comes down to it, if y'all letting 12-year-olds get away with murder, what, you don't know how many damn minors are gonna come up there trying to do whatever the fuck they want. Stop being a pussy ass country. Get your ass up and do the right damn thing and do some fucking punishment. If you ain't gonna let the parents do it, motherfucker, you the backup parents. You the law parent. That means instead of snapping on the wrist, why don't you put boots to asses? That's all I gotta say on that. You got anything else to say? Sadistic.
Nope.
But that's how it is, man. Y'all, like Kenny, y'all need to come on now. I got. I know. I don't know people up there, but I got two friends to live up there, and I still think I sit there and I look, man, that this shit should never happen. No 12-year-old should never kill her parents just because she's fucking with a damn 23-year-old. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Afro Joe.
That's just I wish blurted out my own name.
Yeah, yeah, that's sadistic. Follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link that, like, I never put Wikipedia shit up in my description boxes, but I'll put the story up in my description box. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr, subscribe to my channels, and tell me what you,
All that shit.
yeah, all that shit. Tell me what you think about this story.
Here it is.
Holla at it. Peace, love, and Afro Breeze, baby.